Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some of the more intriguing and honestly some of the biggest news when it comes to the PlayStation 5, because we heard some leaks about this maybe about like a week ago or so when Sony was doing their annual stock meeting where they basically go over their future plans, what they're going to be doing, stock situations, basically everything that returns to investors. All the investors out there that are basically trying to find information on is Sony still a good investment? Should I sell my investment or whatever? We actually saw some moments and comments kind of coming on up from very, very higher ups when it came to Sony about a potential PS5 redesign or remake. We covered this topic maybe around 5 days ago or so. You guys can check out the channel if you guys would like. But we actually now have even more proper leaks when it comes to the PlayStation 5, the redesign, the future of the PlayStation 5, and also maybe even the PlayStation Pro as well. There's a lot of interesting news we get to go and cover on this one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. And of course, as well, this is kind of cool news, and I'm excited we get to actually go and see this, even though it may be coming up maybe in a few more months from now. We'll probably get more information as time kind of goes on. But if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys definitely go and smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed for our ongoing PS5 giveaway that should be ending pretty soon, as I'll put on the notifications on the YouTube channel if you guys are still trying to go find your PlayStation 5s. We do a lot of the restock news over here. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys want to follow. The Amazon links as well, because we keep on seeing Amazon warehouse consoles popping on up. There's a link down below if you guys want to check and see. And of course, also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free mic, just instantly sell it. And of course, Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. So as I mentioned, very big news when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and also when it comes to the actual hardware redesign, because as I mentioned, we now actually have proper statements and leaks or whatever you guys want to go and call it from TSMC, which is basically the semiconductor provider for all this stuff that basically supplies up everything for the PlayStation 5. So we actually do have official announcements. So this is all pretty much confirmed on the way when it comes to this stuff. So I'm going to go dive into some articles over here. There's also a lot more stuff too as well when it comes to the internals. And I'm actually kind of curious to my usual audience, if you guys would like me to go make a more in-depth video for that maybe tomorrow, I would love to do that maybe for tomorrow morning, because there's a lot more in-depth stuff and the updates can be very, 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 very important to know. So maybe if you guys want me to, I can go a little bit more in depth on that tomorrow, because it is very good news. And this is actually the gift that keeps on giving from Sony. And when it comes to the PlayStation 5, so let's go diving into this. We actually have this on over here from Screen Rant, basically going and talk about this. As we mentioned, we saw this from maybe about a week ago or so from official press and official Sony executives. So it's actually more intriguing now on this. The new information is that it's already pretty much on the way, being worked on, and it pretty much is in the works as well. So that's the more big stuff, because you're like, what? And right before we dive into the actual video, to me, I want to hear your thoughts on this down below. I find this insane that they might even be trying to go get a slim version or something like that in the near future, because the console is still so hard to find, and basically no one out there really has the console still. A lot of you guys that are subscribed are still trying to find it. So it's insane that they're already planning for that and already working towards it. So without further ado, let's go down the video. Definitely leave your comments down below. So the PS5 hardware design is reportedly coming just as early as next year. According to a new report, semiconductor suppliers are gearing up to produce a PlayStation 5 redesign that will enter production in 2022. So it's already in the works and being worked on. So don't forget, it's already 2021. That's weird to even say. A new report claims semiconductor suppliers, TSMC included, have started preparations for a PlayStation 5 redesign that will enter production around mid-2022. So basically, they're already working on it, they're already prepping on it, and they're also working towards that advancements towards the PlayStation 5, which once again is insane because there's so many people out there who don't even have a PS5 yet. The changes are likely internal only, however, as some may recall, the first of the PS4 redesigns went to market in 2015, most notably offering a more power-efficient version of the 2013 hardware, which kind of makes sense too, because you really can't necessarily update the technology that much. Sometimes the Pro versions are more 3-4 years away. And of course, it also could possibly turn into maybe a PlayStation Slim, kind of how they go and touch on over here. Sony didn't explore drastic changes to the console until the PlayStation 4 Slim, whose September 2016 release was quickly followed up by the PS4's Pro arrival that November. So basically at this point, we could either be seeing the PS5 Pro or the PS5 Slim, depending on which way they want to go and take it. Kind of based on the usual speculation, it probably more so will be on the Slim side, and this, I'd probably bet money on that, because when it comes to the Pro version, you need to have a really big jump in terms of actual internal graphics, which is very hard to do. And as well, you also need to go and more so make everything smaller. And as you guys know, with all the PS5s, these are some pretty big boyos over here. So, and that's kind of like, I think, the biggest flack the PlayStation 5 gets in terms of design and outside design. So I would 100% assume that they'd more so want to make a PlayStation 5 Slim, tone down the outside, make everything a little bit more power efficient, and go from there. That's just based on my expectations. But either way, they're doing something, whether it's better internals, better outside design, or something more so internally. They will and are reportedly doing something already, which once again, I find insane because there's so many people out there that don't even have the PS5 yet. But yeah, basically Sony didn't explore drastic changes to the console before the PS4 Slim, whose September 16 release was quickly followed up by the PS4's Pro, we just said. Tradition dictates that the PS5 will eventually receive similar redesigns at least a few years into the system's life cycle. So this actually is looking a lot more quicker than expected. The console's manufacturer's internal plans on this front may change as the generation goes on, especially when considering how the current supply constraints on semiconductors have affected the tech industry as a whole. Yet, the word is that Sony may already have a redesign of some sort in the works. So now we're pretty much seeing confirmations. We're seeing stuff from reports from like really big people like TSMC, which is one of the biggest semiconductor people out there. And also we're seeing other people as well reporting that, hey, Sony is in the works. And we also do have official word from Sony themselves from their press announcement that they wanted to go and at least have an in-depth look on this happening. So now we're actually seeing, instead of we're seeing like, hey, we're going to be looking at it, we're more so seeing, hey, you're already working on it. We're trying to keep it low key, which is very, very intriguing to go and see. All the above suggests that Sony is actively focused on improving the efficiency of the PlayStation 5 on a hardware level, which once again, I'm very much down with that because less energy usage, better SSD running, more in terms of maybe like just better internal specs, more hard drive, whatever they can do. I think a lot of us can agree if you can get that for the same price, especially for a lot of us out there that still don't even have our consoles, I'm okay with that. The company plans to employ other means of making the existing model work more efficiently too. For example, firmware updates are capable of improving the console's fan. On such patch is rumored to arrive this summer, though Sony hasn't confirmed much itself. So that's kind of just them kind of saying like you can still make the console better, like our current consoles we have right now or will get soon. They actually can go and still make them better. They can have better GPU updates, make everything more efficient, make everything more optimized. Same things with other internals, which we can kind of go and see. But also you can't really necessarily change the outside design, or as well if you have a major improvement or major like groundbreaking technology improvement, or you want to make it smaller, you kind of have to do a proper redesign because you can't just make the same console but smaller sometimes because some parts may not fix. Like that's kind of a duh. Due to the global semiconductor shortage, the PS5 is no easier to find in stores or online. Duh, that's why you guys should subscribe to the channel with notifications on or for the PS5 giveaway. Things on this front aren't expected to improve this year either. Yet, despite the difficulty of securing one, the latest PlayStation 5 system continues to sell like hotcakes. Sales of the PlayStation 5 already outpacing those of the PS4, having shifted 7.8 million units as of March 31st, 2021, which is also insane. So overall, like there's a lot more stuff I could talk about, as I mentioned, for this. Like I almost want to maybe make a video on this tomorrow as well to kind of dive on into more so the specifics and like the improvements, because we actually have seen some pretty big improvements when it comes to internal specs. So if you guys want me to, like, leave a comment down below or like the video, I'll definitely make one for tomorrow. But when it comes to this stuff, we're seeing all these internal leaks, like how we kind of even mentioned before, TSMC, the semiconductor provider, have already started working on their redesigns. Sony's out there saying they want to do it. We've seen them on like actual press things saying they want to make it better. And of course, it kind of does somewhat fit into like the production schedule because the console has technically been out for like a year already. It's probably been over a year if you factor in like the actual production time before. So the console's technically been being worked on like the PS5 for a while. I mean, it's kind of weird because we just don't have them yet, but I mean, they have been had it for a while. So that is something they have to work towards in the future. But I kind of feel like it's insane because 2022 is so soon. That's literally only like a few months away for them to actually start producing and making these consoles. It's insane. So give me your thoughts. I personally think that, they're going to be making better consoles like a PS5 Slim, PS5 Pro in the future, but it just seems so soon because the market is so like in its baby stages. Like we've had like one game, which was Returnal out so far. Like I feel like I've barely even had my PS5, and the fact that they really want to go work on making and producing better ones, I like the gusto, like I respect it, but I just more so think they should be trying their best to have a proper redesign so people can actually get the consoles rather than trying to improve it. I mean, I'm okay with improvements, don't get me wrong, but I just want people to actually have their consoles. So there's a lot of kind of stuff to break on into this. We'll probably maybe touch on this in maybe like 1 or 2 separate videos because there is a lot to unpack. So maybe be on the lookout tomorrow. We'll go a little bit more on the in-depth vibe of like the actual internals and what like really big upgrades and all that stuff as well. I'm more on the techie side, so be on the lookout for that. But of course, leave your thoughts down below. I think I can probably assume a lot of my community is more so on like, we just want the consoles, make more consoles. We don't care how you make it, what you do, as long as it works, and we can play some games I want to play, I'm down. And I'm sure that's what a lot of you guys are probably gonna be thinking. But let me know your thoughts down below. It's very intriguing news to go and see, and a lot of things I'm gonna go touch on as well. So thank you guys all so much for watching, for hanging out, for chilling. Make sure you guys go subscribe for the ongoing PS5 giveaway that's ending soon. We have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital. Make sure you have the notifications on. Definitely leave your comments down below on this video for sure. We also do have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Smash that like and give me your thoughts. And we have a lot of stuff to go and cover up in this topic for sure. Love you guys on. I'll see you guys up tomorrow for some more good old news.